Do you know why you're here? Of course not. Poor scared thing. It's about Hightower. Miles Hightower. It all started in Dubai. First, I was afraid. I was terrified. I thought I would never live or even escape Dubai. But I crawled through the sewer pipes in the middle of the night.
In retrospect, almost anyone could have predicted that a 17-hour Cirque du Soleil-style production of War and Peace was a bad idea, but no one could have predicted the response of the Muslim Emirate of Dubai to an all-transgendered cast. Although the drag queen Armageddon wasn't covered much in the press, Miles Hightower wasn't the only one who escaped Dubai alive.
40 days and 40 nights I crawled through the desert. I want a Super Supreme and a large Diet Coke. I even ate bugs, grubs, and grass. There was one thing that kept me going. That was the thought of repaying Hightower. Miles Hightower. Will you help me to?
I'll help you get Hightower. Miles Hightower.
Then Sidney got the famous Oklahoma memo from FIncannon. Scary to think how much havoc a single memo can cause.
So what's this all about, Finn?
What's so unclear about it?
Until further notice, all marketing and creative activity at the Paraflorimore will be presented to the new business subcommittee chairwoman, Eulabelle de Portugal, in writing for prior approval. What exactly is this supposed to mean? Are we supposed to ask her if we can be creative before we get creative? Or are we supposed to run all of our ideas by her before we implement them?
Yes.
Beg pardon? Which is it?
Both. Sidney, I took a big chance on hiring you and Miles, given this economy, but I thought it was the best way to handle our budget deficit and the lack of donor contributions, but I've got to rein the two of you in. This theater is turning into a circus. Space geeks and hidden treasures and broken Elvis memorial statues. But our most reliable board member has started going into the safe-cracking business. This theater cannot survive under these pressures. Now, clearly, you see that.
Finn, are you kidding me? This theater wasn't surviving 6 months ago when you hired me without telling me that you were operating at an almost $1 million deficit with no income coming in, not even enough to pay my salary. I had to call in favors from friends.
Oh, like your gangster friend, Elron?
It paid for Tempest Redux. And that, in turn, took care of all the debts on the theater books at that time. And you spent every cent of it. There's nothing left. Maybe there's enough.
Sidney, I run this theater. Not you, not Miles, me. Is that clear? I'll take that as a yes. Now, let's talk about something else. Our season ticket holders are having an uprising about the manner in which our season has changed. Now, we have to stop this, and I do mean stop it immediately. So therefore, my board... our board has decided to cancel that Greek freak show, and in its place, we are going to do Oklahoma. Or something equally as important. And I want you to know that this production is going to be done in the traditional fashion. No perversions, no sexual deviations, no bloody torture scenes. None of it. Our regular audience comes first.
Your regular audience? All 43 of them? The only time they're regular is 8 hours after their dose of Metamucil. Your regular audience doesn't bring enough to support your $5 precious little boxes of icy cold Chablis you've been selling at the concession stand. The new direction we are going in has brought in tens of thousands of new subscribers who are still within their birthing years. Why are you doing this?
Why? Because I didn't hire you to take the place over. I hired you to market our shows.
Miles isn't going to go for this. And I don't think I can work here if this is how you're going to value what I've already done for you.
Miles has 2,000 hours of judge-ordered community service at this theater that I think he's going to perform unless he wants to go to the Duval County Jail. And I suspect, if I'm guessing correctly, that he'll do whatever is needed to avoid those jailhouse romances. Now, I'm sorry you're upset, Sidney, but that is the way that it's going to be. You've got a binding contract with this theater, and I suggest that you might read that contract.
What?
Read the contract. And tell Miles he can get out of my office because I'm going back in. And by the way, Sidney, that is all.
Screw you.